Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with a bookshelf tour, and I wanted to start off with just giving kind of a look at my bookshelf. So I will slowly pan down just to kind of give an overall view of what they look like. I got these bookshelves, I want to say like 5 years ago from Target. Now they're not the nicest as in like materials. I think they look fairly nice, but I'm always afraid, especially with having so many books on the shelves, that they're not going to hold up forever, but they work for now. So that's what they look like from afar. And I do keep a lot of, I guess, little things I get from like traveling, little cards that I get, some candles, that sort of things. So I'm going to quickly go over that stuff shelf by shelf, and then I'll remove everything so you can see the books better, and then I'll go into the books. So starting with the first shelf, I'll get closer. So firstly I have a skull, which I know some people might not like, but I really like it. I love the skull motif, and I saw that in a store one time, so I had to have it. And then I have some just different cards. I love like the art of cards, so I keep any of them that I like. Then I have the little stacking dolls. Those I actually got when I was in Prague. And then I have the Paris plate. I'll go down to the next one quickly, but I have 6 of these plates. I got these as a gift a few years ago. They were from Crate and Barrel. They've come out with a few different collections. I don't think they still sell anything similar, but it's just like this had different like cities from around the world. So some of the shelves are kind of themed around that particular city. This one, I mean, I have the other card that's Paris, and then I kind of have Prague stuff, and then the skull. So, you know, it's kind of loosely related stuff. So that's the first shelf of stuff. Secondly, I have this row. This has the Tokyo plate. I have a little, I guess, geisha doll that I got from my friend. The little tea set I got from my dad when he went to Taiwan. I have a few little cards. And then on the other side, I have my little souvenirs I got when I was in Germany. I got the little painted bear. I'll get closer on that. But that was from Berlin. A little bell I got when I was in Munich. A little beer stein, also from Munich. And then a little frog. Got all of those in Germany. The next row has the Venice plate, and all this stuff is pretty Venice related. I have a picture when I was in Venice with a mask. I have some little like glass plates that I got when I was in Venice. So all of these are kind of Venice related. The next row is kind of a bunch of random stuff. I have a like pineapple candle from Hawaii I got from my coworker. Another picture from Venice, that's what the picture is. And then just some other little trinkets. The bottom row of both shelves don't have anything. So now I'll go to the next shelf. So this shelf I have the London plate. I have a little owl. And then the wand was like a DIY project I made at a friend's party. So I thought it kind of had like a Harry Potter-esque theme. And then I have a picture of the London Eye from when I was in London. So London theme row. Next, there's the Barcelona plate. Now nothing here is very Barcelona-esque. I just have a starfish, a little piece of like wood. I actually got this at a wedding. It was like the table, like a nameplate, I guess, for a wedding. Like I just thought it looked cool. And then there's some cards. The next row, they have the New York plate, a New Yorker card, and then I have a picture of me when I was in New York City. This was at the top of the Rockefeller Center, or Rockefeller building. And then just this bottom row I have a photo from Wicked. That was actually when I was in New York. We saw Wicked. And then some stuff in the middle my parents got me when they went to Vienna. So a few little things from Vienna, and then just some cards. Actually, the card on the end was also from Vienna, and then I have a card of the Guggenheim. And then again, the bottom shelf doesn't have anything. So that's basically all this stuff in my shelf. I will remove everything and then get into the books. Okay, so now this is the bookshelf cleared of all the stuff, just the books remaining. And I like it like this too. I just like to display the little stuff on the bookshelf, but I do like it with just the books as well. So I will go over each shelf. So starting with the first bookshelf, and my books, I keep them in alphabetical order, and then books by the same author, I keep them in like date order from oldest to newest. For me, that just works. And this shelf, everything except one book I have read. I keep the rest of my unread books in my bedroom. So I have 2 books by Kerry Adams. It's like The Godmother and Stepmother. They're, I don't know. There's the Stepmother is the sequel to The Godmother. That was a really cute series. Life After Life. A few Melissa Banks books. I won't go over everything. I have the Sisterhood in the Traveling Pants series, the 4 young adult books, and then the, like kind of, I guess, what would you call if it was like a sequel that was done like years later when they're grown up? That's Sisterhood Everlasting. The Weird Sisters, I really like that one. I have a lot of Meg Cabot books. Now she has written a lot of books, so I don't have everything of hers, but I have some of her standalone like adult books. I have the Heather Mills series, which is the Size 12 is Not Fat series. So that is all the books, like the last 5 books on this shelf. Then I have from Meg Cabot the Queen of Babel series. I love everything Meg Cabot. It's just really fun to read. And of course, Princess Diaries, I have all of those, plus the newest book that she did in that series. Some Jennifer Close novels, contemporary author, The Hunger Games. Of course, I have that. And then I also have the Matched series, another dystopian young adult series, similar in genre to Hunger Games. I have a few more books than on this shelf. Going down to the next shelf, I guess what stands out here is all the Sarah Dessen novels. I do have all of her novels. I love those, been reading those for years. Then I have the Boston Girl, which I recently included in the favorites. That's a recent one I read. And also A Window Opens. That was in my January favorites. I love that as well. Tina Fey's book, Bossy Pants. I have the Bridget Jones series. I have the newest book in that series as well. A lot of authors, it seems, like wrote books a long time ago and then come back more recently and do like a follow-up type of book. Then I have Gillian Flynn's books. Definitely love those. Of course, Gone Girl, but I have her 2 other ones as well, Sharp Objects and Dark Places. Both were excellent. I have some books by Whitney Gastel. I guess I only have, there's 4 that I have. So, you know, a good amount of her books. They're kind of rom-com sort of books, I guess. Then Emily Giffin, I have quite a few of her books. She's a pretty entertaining author. She wrote Something Borrowed, which was then created or made into a film with like Kate Hudson. I have quite a few Jane Green novels. She is definitely an entertaining author. I have The Fault in Our Stars. That's the only John Green novel I have. I have a lot of the Chelsea Handler books. Let's see, I have The Silent Wife. You can barely see it. It's by A.S.A. Harrison. That's a book similar to Gone Girl. Really good though. The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Both of, actually, here I only have one of Mindy Kaling's books. I do have 2. I'm letting my mom borrow the other one. Love her. My Marian Keyes books, which is everything that's vertical that I'm showing currently. Love Marian Keyes. She's amazing. She's an Irish author. Then I have my Sophie Kinsella books, which of course she wrote the Shopaholic series. I don't have everything in the Shopaholic series. I do have quite a few books in the Shopaholic series, but it's good. I really enjoy it. They're like really great, fun reads, but I haven't really kept up with it lately. And then I have some of Sophie Kinsella's like standalone books. And then I have The Diner, that's by Herman Koch. It's like, I think he's from the Netherlands book. It's like kind of a psychological thriller. And then I have The Good Girl by Mira Kubica, which I love that book. And then I have her second book, which I recently read, is Pretty Baby. I have quite a few Jen Lancaster books. She writes like memoirs. I haven't read her fiction books. She's come out with a few fiction books. I've only read her memoirs, but they're really entertaining. I have a lot of books by Claire Lazebnek, I don't know how to say it, but she wrote like Knitting Under the Influence, Same as It Never Was. It's all these kind of white books that I'm showing. I have We Were Liars, the first book in the Wicked series. And then these books by Megan McCafferty, the Sloppy First series, are my absolute favorite series. I've reread Sloppy First quite a few times, and the whole series I recently, well, it was like last year that I reread it. Really, really good. She also came out with a Bump series. It only has 2 books, so I don't think it was like as successful as Sloppy First, but so I have those. I have Nanny Diaries. That was a fun book. Let's see. Of course, the Twilight series. I was into Twilight. Kind of late on that bandwagon, but I thought the books were fun, so I have those. I have a lot of books by Sarah Milanowski. Now these I've had for quite a while, but they're just kind of like fun books. Like a lot of the stuff I have, you know, some of it's more recent, but some of it I have had for a long time. I have Dominic Mucciano's autobiography. That was interesting. And then my current favorite author is Liane Moriarty. So I have 3 of her books here. One I'm currently reading, and I have 2 others of her books as audiobooks. I love, love, love that author. Okay, let's go down to the next row. Here I have One More Thing, B.J. Novak. I have a lot of books by Sarah Pekkanen. I think that's how you say her name. She's a really great author. And then Anna and the French Kiss, Stephanie Perkins. It's kind of a trio of books, or I guess trilogy, but it focuses on different girls for each book. Those are really good. So the Anna, Lola, and Isla. Have quite a few Jodi Picoult books. I was really into her. It was quite a few years ago. I was really into her. I still love her, but yeah, I got quite a few Jodi Picoult books from that time period. Okay, Visitation Street, that's a really good one. Another psychological thriller. I have Amy Poehler's book. That was super entertaining. Sarah's Key. It's about France during World War II. Very, very good. Then I have the Divergent trilogy. I love Divergent. It's like each book in the trilogy I like less. Like the first one I loved. I read it really quickly. It was so engaging. But by Allegiant, I was just like, what the? So that was kind of a disappointing trilogy, but I love the first book. Then I have books by Rainbow Rowell. Love her. She does great. A mix of some of her books are young adult, and then she'll do adult books. A wonderful author. I really recommend her. And then I have the Harry Potter series. Of course, love that. Then I have Where'd You Go, Bernadette? I love that book. It's so entertaining. It's about a mom. I think she lives in, I want to say Seattle, but she's just kind of like fed up with her life. But it's just really like entertaining, a fun book. Let's see. I have The Rosie Project. I read that recently. I have books by Curtis Settenfeld. I love her. She's great. She first came out with Prep. but a really good book by her. So Prep is great, but American Wife, it's like loosely based on the life of Laura Bush. I just think it's so interesting. And then The Vacationers, that was a really fun one. And then J. Courtney Sullivan. I'm at my bottom shelf now, so it's kind of shadowy and hard to see, but she is great, J. Courtney Sullivan. Any of her books, I loved all of them. She has Commencement, Maine, and then The Engagements is her newest one. Can't wait for her to come out with something new. She has books with like multiple characters and just like I think so interesting. So I love her. Then I have The Devil Wears Prada. I had more books by Lauren Weisenberg, but I think The Devil Wears Prada is definitely the best. So I only kept that one. And I have a bunch of Jennifer Weiner books. I think most of them. I was really into her for a while. I still really like her, but have a lot of her books. Then I have the Uglies series, which I have to say, of a lot of these dystopian books, I mean, the Uglies I just couldn't really get into, but I did read the 3 books in the series. I think there's a 4th, like, it's called Extras, so it's not really part of the series, but it kind of is. More like companion book to the series, so just have the first 3. I have The Interstings. That one was good. That was like, I think they were like in some sort of boarding school, or like, it was like when they were kids in boarding school and now they're adults, that sort of book that follows through like years. The Book Thief, that is also really good also, about World War II. And then I have 2 kind of compilation books that just have short stories from different authors. Let's see, Girls Night In, and then American Girls About Town. So I like those because they have some authors that I like little short stories by them. And then finally I have this book, which is about the real Downton Abbey. That is a book, that's the only book on my shelf that I haven't read. So when I had more space on my shelf, I just put all my unread books at the very end. So I'll go into my room now and show you kind of where I have one more shelf of books in my bedroom, and then I have kind of my unread books in my bedroom. So I will show that to you next. So this is my unread books. I have it on the desk in my bedroom. So besides the one about Downton Abbey, these are the only unread books that I have left. So All the Light You Cannot See. I have The Last Anniversary by Liane Moriarty. That's the one I'm currently reading. Some Jodi Picoult's, one by Rainbow Rowell. So these are all part of my Project 10 books. So those are what I'll be reading next. And the last shelf of books I wanted to show you, this I have in my bedroom. So I have all the Pretty Little Liars books and then all the Gossip Girl books. Now these ones, I mean, there's quite a few books. I don't know if I'd read these again. I don't know if I should keep them or what, but they're just kind of fun. I love the Gossip Girl books. Those were like, I think I was more like in college, so quite a few years ago that I was really into those, but they're just really sentimental to me. And then of course Pretty Little Liars. So I love both book series, and I have those in my bedroom. So that is everything. I know it's kind of a lot of different parts. I just have different places that I store my books. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.